everybody, this is Marie from Underground Crafter, and I'm excited to share with you today the EQ for You starter box. So first of all, I want to thank Electric Quilt for providing the starter box that I can share with you today. If you are not familiar with Electric Quilt, you may actually be familiar with Electric Quilt. So it's a software that you can use to design and plan your quilts. And even if you've never designed your own quilt, you've probably seen in a quilt pattern that you've purchased or in a book, you've probably seen what Electric Quilt software looks like because it's often used for sharing different quilt designs. So what is inside of this box? It's actually set up as a kind of everything you need in a giftable box. So if you wanted to get this as a gift for someone, let's say a Mother's Day gift or birthday gift or a holiday gift for somebody that you know that loves to quilt, instead of trying to figure out all the things and then wrapping it yourself, everything comes packaged together. So let me share what's inside. So every time I do a video, I worry about how my sewing area looks messy, but it turns out that having a random scissor on the side was useful for opening this box. So the box comes with a fold over flap, and once you open it up, what exactly inside? So there's actually a little card taped on. It says, "Welcome to Electric Quilt. Are you ready to start designing?" And what you get here, I'm gonna take it away because it has a QR code. It has everything you need to download and install Electric Quilt 8, as well as something called the Simple Starts add-on. The Simple Starts add-on is a special extra download that includes some beginner-friendly projects to kind of help people with their design inspiration. It also has the book, so I'm going to show you that in a moment. And then you can also get 1 free year of Electric Quilt membership, and what is cool about that is that includes free fabric downloads. So if you want to include like a popular print that is like a new fabric in your design, you can use these free downloads for that, which is pretty cool. There's also a little EQ sticker, so if you like stickers, that's for you. So this is the software. Now, the cool thing about it is it has a download license inside, and there's also the kind of like how to use it book, because I personally, I haven't mentioned this, but I actually am an EQ8 user. So I have Electric Quilt software that I use on my computer, and so I'm actually going to gift this to a friend of mine when this unboxing is over. So just to give you an idea of what it looks like, the software that is, you can see images of your quilt, which is pretty cool. You can create in a lot of different ways. So you can create something like where every single square or motif is different, or you can do like one square that's repeated. You can add sashings and borders. You can also do applique, so it doesn't have to be squared or circular shapes, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of pieced blocks already in the library, so if you, if you're using like a traditional block, and you can kind of see those here in this image, those are some example of the traditional blocks that you'll get. And then it helps you to actually calculate the yardage, which is awesome. And then you can print out your patterns to start sewing, and here's sort of an example of what that looks like. And you can also export your images, so if you want to share it with somebody else for like a quilt along or something, you can do that. And let's see, is there anything I didn't mention? And the fabric that I mentioned, you could import fabric. So you could use like general colors, like you can just, red, black, etc. But if you want to have your design use a specific fabric, especially prints, you can import those. So that's the EQ software. What else is in the starter box? Well, there's an adorable mouse pad because you'll be using this on your computer. There's a little start guide that explains what's included, how to use it, how to set up your license, how to activate it. how to get all those extras that I talked about, like the Simple Starts add-on and the EQ membership. And then there's other free download stuff that you can get with your membership. So that's all in here. And then this is what's cool. It also comes with the EQ for Beginners book. Now, I have this book also. What I love about this book is that, first of all, it has a ring binding, so you can actually leave it open on a specific page and be reading it while you are creating something in Electric Quilt. So a lot of times when you get a book, it's like you're trying to hold it open with one hand while you're typing and using your mouse. That's not a problem here. And I can tell you, actually, let me open it up. The person I'm gifting this to already knows that I'm doing an unboxing. Okay, so I took the plastic wrap off. So this is the EQ for Beginners book. And like I said, it's spiral bound, which is awesome. But you can see that there's really clear instructions. So all the instructions have written instructions, and then they have a picture showing you what it's going to look like on your screen as you're working, so you know exactly what to expect. And as you can see, they're very detailed step by step. So it's like having, you know, a complete walkthrough of the software. So if you're not super computery, it's really straightforward. And if it's still not straightforward enough, you have this whole booklet to guide you through. And the way the book is set up, you can see that there's like just the basic overview of the software, the work table for quilts, blocks. These are sort of like different ways you can use the software. Like you can start from the quilt level, or you can start at the block level. And then it gives you some lessons. There's 5 different lessons that you can work your way through to practice using it. So a pretty fun book. So all of this is all inside of the box. And like I said, if you have someone in your life who loves to quilt, even if they usually work from other people's patterns, this is a really cool software to just customize even patterns that already exist. You don't have to be, you know, like a professional pattern designer or something like that to use EQ. It's really something that any quilter could use. So I hope you have enjoyed seeing what's inside the box. I should also mention that I do have an affiliate link to EQ. So if you would like to support Underground Crafter when you purchase this or any other EQ software, I will have that link down below. So thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.